Hello, welcome back to my channel. This is part 2 of my tutorial series on how to create heels in CLO3D. In part 1 video, I demonstrated a step-by-step process for creating a basic heel block. If you haven't watched it yet, I encourage you to check it out, as it lays the foundation for today's tutorial. In this video, I'll show you how to transform the basic heel block into a stylish open-toe heel. So let's dive in. In the 3D window, I have uploaded the basic heel block that I created from part 1 tutorial. Before changing it to the open-toe style, I like to modify the heel patterns and simplify them as there are currently too many pieces. First, select the segment lines from the inner heel surface pattern, right-click and merge the seams. Reshape the curve on the heel base and heel tip segment line. Simulate to check the fit. Since there are no issues, I'll freeze the patterns and move on to the next step. Select both shoe panels, unfreeze and unstrengthen them. Go to Property Editor and lower the opacity to make them semi-transparent. Select heel last and lower its opacity as well. Add an avatar to the 3D workspace. Select Avatar's heel and reduce its opacity to 0. Move shoe last and all the patterns, positioning them to align perfectly with the avatar's foot. By doing this, it gives you a better view of how the avatar's foot fits with the heel I created from the shoe last. As you can see, the insole extends too far in the toe area. It won't be an issue for closed-toe shoes. However, for open-toe styles, using the current pattern as it is would result in excess material in the front toe area, making the fit appear unbalanced. So here is how I will do when making an open-toe design. On the insole pattern, use the internal polygon tool to draw a new curved shape that defines where the insole will end. For this basic heel block design, I created 2 insoles with an insert panel in between, so it is necessary to add the new internal line to both patterns. Once the lines are drawn, right-click and select Cut and Sew to separate the pieces. Assign a new material to the cutout sections and set the opacity to 0 for better visualization. Remove the sewing connections on the insert pattern and check the total length of the revised insole pattern. Use the Transform Pattern tool to shorten the insert piece to match the updated length. Reattach the piece to both insoles using Sewing tool. Make sure only the insert piece is unfreeze and click Simulate. and the insert panel fits perfectly between the new insoles. Next, I will start drawing the style lines for the open-toe design. Switch to top view and use internal polygon tool to create the silhouette. The transparent shoe panels make it easy to see the avatar's toes, and it helps with precise design placement. For this style, I will design two-tone panels that cross over in the front to form the open-toe feature. To align the style lines accurately on the shoe panels, use the walk pattern tool. Click on two matching points and move walked pattern to intersection to align the segments. After completing the style lines, delete the avatar and keep the heel last. Select the front internal lines and use the cut and sew function to divide the front toe section. Assign the same transparent material to the cutout pieces. Make duplicate on both shoe panels. Select each internal line on both shoe panels, right-click and choose Cut and Sew to separate them. Assign the transparent material to the two side cut-out pieces to reveal crisscross design. Next, I will create separated left and right shoe panels. Starting from the left side, I'll add the missing middle piece, which can be recreated from the duplicated shoe panel. Cut all internal lines, keeping only the center triangle, and remove the rest. Using the sewing tool, I will connect this piece with the two left side panel patterns. Then use the Edit Sewing tool to verify and remove unnecessary sewing lines. Repeat the same process to complete right shoe panel. When it's done, rearrange and position the crossover pieces in 3D window. With overlapping patterns, it's easy to get collision during simulation. To prevent the issue, I will select all the left shoe panel patterns. Change layer to 1 in Property Editor Make sure to freeze heels and insoles and click Simulate. Once all the pieces are connected properly, I will merge the segments and make left and right shoe panel into a single piece panel. Make sure to change layer back to 0. Delete all the transparent pieces and simulate again. I can see the left front shoe panel stretches out slightly. To tighten it, select the segment line and turn on elastic function in Property Editor and set ratio at 100%. Simulate and the fit is great. I'll bring back the avatar to double-check the fit and make any necessary adjustments. Before registering the heel on Avatar, there's one more step: adding a dummy pattern, which is similar to a bootie that covers your entire shoe. According to CLO3D, a dummy pattern can help prevent issues during simulation and animation recording, particularly when the avatar is wearing long skirt and pants. Without a dummy pattern, the garment might catch on the shoes and cause collision problems. Here is how you can make a dummy pattern. Select all the finished heel patterns, right-click and choose Deactivate Pattern and Sewing. Then right-click again and choose Hide 3D Pattern. Add a new material in Object Browser for Dummy Pattern. Go to 3D Window Toolbar, use Flatten Tool, click on the heel last bottom to generate a new bottom sole pattern. Simulate to let it drop to the floor. Switch to bottom view and adjust the position and make the pattern slightly shorter. Lower particle distance to 10 and freeze it. Use Edit 3D Pen, delete the heel silhouette lines, and keep front and back seam lines. Use Flatten Tool to generate the two shoe panels. Drag the heel point on the pattern and extend center back segment line. Remove any unnecessary points by converting them to curve points and reshape the bottom segment lines to align closely with the insole measurements. Since the dummy pattern won't be visible, precision isn't critical. Attach the side panels to the bottom sole using the sewing tool. Strengthen the patterns and lower particle distance to 10. Simulate. The center back appears slightly shorter. Adjust the patterns accordingly until they fit the heel last properly. Next, go to Top Window Toolbar. Under Avatar, Measurement, select Basic Circumference Measure Avatar to create an ankle line slightly above the dummy cover. Then use Attach Measure Avatar tool. Attach the dummy pattern segments to the ankle line. Simulate to ensure the dummy cover is properly attached. Then, select Heel last and go to Property Editor. Increase skin offset slightly. Select Dummy Pattern Material and lower its opacity to 30. Activate all the shoe patterns and check if the dummy pattern fully covers the heels. If not, freeze all the heel patterns and the dummy cover insole. Run a simulation to make adjustments. Once everything fits perfectly, reduce dummy pattern's opacity to 0. And I can start adding final details on the heel. Here is a side-by-side comparison using one of the heels I created. One with a dummy pattern and one without. Both were paired with a maxi-length skirt on the avatar and tested under identical settings, with the skirt pattern's particle distance set to 12 and using animation stable to record in the latest version of CLO3D. To be honest, the difference was minimal. Both setups performed well. To explore further, I conducted another comparison using a more intricate heel design. This time, I reduced the skirt's particle distance to 8 to allow the material to drape more naturally. Again, the dummy pattern didn't make a significant difference. While the skirt occasionally caught on the heels during the walk, this seemed more related to the design itself rather than the absence of a dummy pattern. Since adding a dummy pattern is quick and straightforward, it's a good idea to include it with the shoe pattern as a precaution. The open-toe heel is now ready for registering. I recommend saving it as a project file first, in case further adjustments are needed later. If you have watched my previous tutorial of how to register accessory in CLO3D, you should already have a good understanding of the process. There are two ways to register as accessory. First method is to register the shoe using the patterns. Delete heel last and add an avatar in the 3D window. Go to Top Window Toolbar, under Avatar and select Register Accessory to open the registration window. Choose Shoes and Heels as the accessory type. Select all the heel patterns and align them perfectly with the avatar's foot. In Object, select Patterns. Make sure all the pattern pieces are checked and highlighted as blue. Then turn on Mirror Creation to generate a mirrored duplicate. At this stage, you can still make adjustments to the heel's position. Make sure that no part of the avatar's feet are showing through the heels. For thumbnail, you can either choose auto-generated option or upload your own image. Once everything is set, click Save. Type the file name for the heels and save in your preferred file location. With that, the heels are successfully registered. I recommend testing the heels by changing the avatar's pose. And check how the heels perform in motion to make sure it's working properly. The second method is using OBJ file to register. After completing the shoe design, select all the patterns, go to top window toolbar, under File. Choose Export as OBJ. In the pop-up window, select all patterns, single object, thick, and choose millimeter default for the scale. Save with absolute texture image file path, and click OK. Upload an avatar to the 3D window. Bring out Register Accessory window and select Shoes and Heels for the accessory type. For Object, choose File instead of Patterns and click the file icon to locate the exported OBJ file. Reselect the material type for the heels as needed. Click Mirror Creation to create the heels for the opposite foot. Make sure the heels are in correct position and click Save to complete the registration. And the open-toe heels are successfully registered and ready for use. This year, CLO3D has introduced 4 heel options available for free download on their Connect website. These options simplify the process of creating heels, making it even more accessible. Here's how you can use these free resources. After downloading the desired heel, import it into CLO3D as a trim. Once uploaded, the heel trim will automatically position itself beneath the shoe last. You can adjust the size and length of the heel by clicking on the square icon next to the heel and dragging the arrows to your desired length and width. Using the bottom view allows you to double-check the size and make further refinements if necessary. When you're satisfied with the adjustments, use the glue icon to attach the heel securely to the sole. The same method can also be used to register the heels seamlessly. That's a wrap for this tutorial. I hope you found it helpful and inspiring for your own designs. If you'd like to download this two-tone open-toe heel for free, check out the link in the description below. Thank you so much for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell icon to stay updated on future tutorials. See you next time.